Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone finding themselves well today. I'm doing better. I have made some life choices and I'm sticking to them. That's what I keep telling myself, and I'm going to stick to them. Yeah, because I had, for one thing, I had to quit being so flippy floppy. Beginning of May, I went to the doctor. I mean, everything's fine there. My cholesterol, everything is actually going down. I mean, you know, my A1C stayed the same, which was 6.2, I think. Which didn't surprise me because, you know, I had cut down on the sweet stuff in the last few months, which I need to go have my blood work done again because he's checking my thyroid. But I've been sick and everything, so I didn't want to do that while I was sick. So that's one of the things I was thinking about doing towards the end of the week. Before the weekend, I need something bad. But no, anyway, and I had an echogram, and I already, you know, I did that. I need to go do the mammogram. You know, I got a few other things to do. Everything's fine. It's just normal routine stuff. And about 3 or 4 days after we had gotten this, beginning of May, we had gotten this awfully rain that seemed, it was like probably over a week of just constant rain, and everything's wet, and the humidity, it was just really bad. And my knees, I think, acted up from it, because once it was gone, my knees quit. And I mean, where I was putting on excuse me, on my knee brace, I was wearing my knee brace, and so when I drag out that knee brace, oh, and then my wrists went too. After my knees went, I said, my God, it went to my wrist, this one wrist here. And I had that wrapped up in an ace bandage, which that helped. And then that went away. I was like, my God, one thing after another. And then I got sick with this terrible head cold that took like 3 or 4 weeks to get rid of, for me to feel like a human being. I was just like, I'm done. And then I'm thinking I'm just getting further behind in things that I need to be doing, and this, that, and the other thing. And then my daughter has her friend come for the weekend with her 2 kids and husband, because they're picking up a car, which is perfectly fine and normal, and there's nothing wrong with them. It's just, to me, it's like, you know, how am I, this house is small, how am I to do the things that I need to do, you know, and it just isn't going to work. And I said, while I was sick, I did a lot of thinking, and I said, you know, something's got to give here. Something's got to give. I can't do all this. And I said, why do I have to do all of this before I do what I actually want? Can't I do what I actually want first and then deal with it later? You might even look at it different later. And I said, yeah. I said to myself, yeah. And I've been packing up the stuff that I had, all the stuff that I had unpacked on that table and stuff. I've been packing that up. It's all, most of it's packed up, because I don't work out on the porch very often, because it is very hot, very, very hot. If I go out there, I go out there for a half an hour to an hour in the mornings, if I'm going to do anything out there, and then I'm done. I stay in the house. I don't go nowhere. If I go out to do grocery shopping, have to go to a doctor's appointment, it's in the morning, want to get it done and back in the house. I'm not putting myself out there and trying to toughen myself up. Screw that shit. The doctor said, you need, I said, yeah, I know I should be out walking, but I'm not. I'm sorry, it's too hot. And I'm not going to the mall to go walking. I mean, I ain't got time for that. You know, I might invest in a portable treadmill. I've been thinking about that, but what my new plans, I probably don't need to worry about it right now. My new plans are, I'm keeping my van right now, and I'm going to head out in September, beginning of September, when the weather starts getting cooler up there, and I'm going to go to my brother's house. I can stay in his yard. I can take all kinds of day trips or overnight trips, because he lives in, let's see, Virginia's like this. He lives like there. I don't want to say where it's at, but I would say it's the south, the northwest, central northwest. I don't know. But anyway, he's not far from Kingsport, Tennessee. It's in that area. It's about 80 miles from there. There's all kinds of little towns. And the town he lives in is very small. There's like over 2,000 people that live there. 2,700 people, 26. Because I looked it all up. But anyway, that's, you know. And then again, I may go up further up or go out west. I don't know. But right now, that's my plan. To go and visit him when the weather gets cooler. And go from there. And then see where it takes me from there. I am going to come back for the holidays. I'll come back a week or two before Thanksgiving, and I'll stay until after the first of the year. But then again, I may go back up there, stay in his yard all winter, enjoy some of the nice winter. I stay very comfortable in my van in the winter. That little heater warms it right up. And I am going to build out my van. I'm putting a bed in it. I'm putting a bed in the back the way I'm going to. Well, I've been actually making my list, and I have a blueprint of the bed. I'm not going to try to make heads or tails out of it for you. Just trust me. In my mind, it works. But I just need to get the measurements of my van to see the measurements, you know, on here. If I'm good, and it's with crates, you know, like those old-fashioned milk crates. You can buy them online. I figure put the plywood on top, you know, we'll see. Because I want it that way so I can put something this way. It's got it all up here, but I just have to do it and just be done with it and move on. But yeah, so that's pretty much what's been going on, and it's just so hot. I haven't been doing anything. I get all this burst of energy and say, oh yeah, maybe I'll go to the botanical garden. Like, and I go outside to get some. I'm like, who are you fooling, girl? Or if I go to the store, I'm like, there's no way. Just walking to the car, to the entrance of the store is already, I can't imagine walking hours. I couldn't do it. I don't want to do it, to be honest. Not that I couldn't do it. I could if I had to. I'd be dead. I'd probably sleep for 3 days. But no, but I don't want to. I'm not putting myself through it. I just ain't doing it. Because it's time for me. I need to get control of my mental health. I need to get my mental health under my wing. Start getting into my routine of things like I used to do. That's the dog coming in the doggy door. I thought maybe they were home. They shouldn't be home for a while. Yeah, they went roller skating or something. But, yeah. It's time for me. That's why I packed up all that eBay stuff. I'm putting stuff away. I'm taking a bunch of stuff to the Goodwill. Yeah. Because I'm not going to worry about it. It's not part of my daily life anymore right now, where all it was doing was stressing me out to no end, causing me so much more anxiety, and I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I don't even know how I'm going to, but I'm not worrying about it right now. I'm not thinking about it right now. I don't care about it right now. I have to worry about me and my mental health because it was too much. It was too much. I don't have the umph or the energy like I used to. I mean, if I was in my 20s and 30s, I would have had all this stuff whipped up. And it's funny because you see yourself and you still feel like that until you actually go to do it, and you're like, no, girl, you ain't got it no more. You ain't got it no more. But it's getting older. It's all part of getting older, making things simple. And that's what I'm gonna try to do, is make things very simple. And I think once I get away and clear my head, then I can come back and think about what to do the next step with the stuff. You know, am I going to, maybe I'll even put a storage shed on my brother's property that I can come and store the stuff in. But I don't want to go moving all that stuff. What the hell? Never mind. Never mind. Don't even pay me no attention. See how my mind goes? No. I'm going to go because I don't want to make this a long video. And I will see you all soon. I don't know when, and I will check in periodically to give you little updates. I know when I start working on the van, I'll be showing you that. But I don't know when that's going to be right now because, like I say, it's hot. And I got to... Yeah, we'll see how we do that. I may just take all the materials with me up to my brother's house and make him, or I could actually do it myself if the weather's cool and I'm not dying of heat and can't breathe. You know, I can't think when I'm hot like that, and it makes me sick to my stomach. I can't do it. Can't do it. All right, I love you all. Have a good day, and I will see you soon.